Hi everyone, this is Bran. You want to say hi? We want to talk to you today about grooming, don't we? Because they're such a sensitive breed. And if you desensitise from puppy, and they grow up with being regularly groomed, thank you, then the majority of them tolerate being groomed and even enjoy being groomed. You're sitting like a good boy, so you get a treat. Good boy. But if, like Bran, you come to your forever home a little bit later in life because sadly it didn't work out with previous owners, that desensitisation hasn't necessarily happened, has it, pal? And grooming sometimes is a bit overwhelming for this sensitive soul, isn't it? Yeah? So all I'll say is that be patient, be consistent, and if you only get 30 seconds, then you only get 30 seconds. I always introduce him to what I'm using. So there's a comb and then there's a Mars rake. Good job, buddy. Just to let him know that there's nothing scary, there's nothing to worry about, and it is just a chilled session just to do a little bit. What I do is I run the comb just flat. I don't pull anything, I don't actually comb him, I just rub it over him. So he just gets used to the motion, knowing that nothing's going to happen. Using it flat or using the flat edge is also good, isn't it? Yeah, you're a good boy. Now, I've done this pretty much every single day the entire time Bran's been here. And Bran has been here now 20 months. Coming out 19, 20 months, isn't it, pal? And he's still not 100%. You can see how his body language has changed. He's panting a little bit more. This is just a really nerve-wracking, overwhelming situation for him. Which is really quite sad because actually there are times when I brush him and he's just snoring away on his side. But we have regressed a little bit, haven't we, over the last couple of months, and especially since he had the fracture in his leg. That's caused him to be a little bit more wary, hasn't it? So yeah, all I'll say is just nice and calm, he's a good boy, is that every dog is different, every breed is different, and every Irish Wolfhound is different. They're also really different in terms of their hair type. Now, Irish Wolfhounds, I don't know if you know this, but Irish Wolfhounds are double coated, which means that they have a really, really short fur, really short underneath, and then they have this longer coat over the top. What the double coat does is it actually protects them from the weather. So if it's really cold, it keeps them warm, and if it's really hot, it keeps them cool. So if you get rid of that, or if you shave them because you think that they're hot, yes, they probably are hot, but actually shaving them, it decreases their ability to regulate their temperature, and the panting when they're hot is what regulates their temperature. So yeah, try not to shave them if you can. That's my only advice, unless it's medically required. yes, the hair grows back and it might not be 100%, and it's not going to kill them in terms of their coat. Not kill them, but it's not going to do any damage. But what it may do is just decrease that potential of them regulating their temperature that little bit better, which means that you might have to do extra steps in terms of their care, in terms of them wearing coats and doggy coats in the winter and cool coats in the summer. Now Bran's coat, his top coat, is actually really quite shaggy, as you can see. Bran is really prone to matting. You can see, I don't know if you can see there, but there is a massive mat there which I'm trying to get rid of, but that I think will need to be cut out. But he mats really easily, so grooming him every day, to be honest with you, it doesn't look like I've done it in months, but I have. It's just his natural coat. Now my go-to groom is a comb. It's got 2 different widths, and it's also a Mars Coat Mars Coat King. Sorry, I can never remember the name of it. But basically it helps, it loops over, and the prongs help pull out any of the dead undercoat. This just helps thin out. You can stripe your dogs, which is a really good method to do, especially when they're younger. It just helps prepare their puppy coat for adulthood. And all the Mars Coat King does is just pulls out any of that dead coat. He's a good boy. Yeah, would you like a biscuit? Good job. Now, as long as there's food here, he'll stay quite calm. But I have 2 biscuits left in my but it means that we've done a little bit. Can I get this bit here? Thanks. Good job. Yeah, you're doing good. And it just means that little by little we work with him. Oh, good boy. We work to his timescales. Can I do this bit here? Oh, no, don't like that bit, no? Only if you give me a biscuit, Mum. What? Okay. Good boy. Oh, look at that. See, that wasn't there the other day. That's how quickly his hair mats. So yeah, there is a great Facebook group that I'm part of, which is called Irish Wolfhound Grooming, and it's absolutely fantastic in terms of the knowledge base when it comes to grooming this specific breed. It's a biscuit there. And it gives you the tips on how to, from puppy to dog. But like I said, each dog is different, and each dog, their personality is different, their coat is different, their mannerisms are different. So you really have to deal with each dog as it comes. Our other dog, Monty, will just lie there and take it. He doesn't care. As long as he's asleep, he doesn't care. As long as you're not touching his nails as well, he's fine. But yeah, he will just tolerate. He'll fall asleep He'll even make some grumbly noises. But yeah, thanks for watching.